Good evening. Most of the time, we have been talking about the city, and maybe we have never explored what is inside the city, apart from Westlands, Parklands. I want now to show you inside, these cities, like places where people live. So let me turn my camera so that I can be able to share with you more. So where we are right now is called Udhiru. So this is a place, or one of the places that people live actually in Nairobi. So if you look at this environment, maybe no one will be able to show you. So this is Udhiru. Udhiru is actually close to Kino, close to Kangemi, close to Gitaru. Not really. It is in Kiambu County actually, but most people do call it like the bedroom of Nairobi, simply because Kiambu has got that close proximity. It is the immediate neighbor of Nairobi. So some people do say that it is part of Kabete, but others do argue, say, man, this is not part of Kabete. But as you go to other places, you can see people labeling places like this is Kabete, this is not Kabete. So it depends on who is telling you. So we are in Udhiru. So tell me in the comment section, do you know this place called Udhiru? So let's continue walking. So Udhiru is actually a very populated place, especially for people working in Westlands, working in Nairobi CBD, working close to Yaya, and etc. So it is popular simply because of the prices of houses as compared to that one of Westlands, Lavington, because Lavington is a bit expensive as compared to this place. So that's the reason, or that's the purpose why this place is preferred to mostly middle class people, because it is affordable to them. And that's how it is. So let me turn my camera as we continue walking, and maybe tell me in the comment section, for example, if you are watching, you can share with me what are other places that maybe you can suggest for me to go and visit and show you. But for now, let's go. So you see that building, man? You see that building? It's called Seniors Flats. So imagine all that building. People are living there, man. People are living there. Should we go that way first before we look at somewhere else where I can show you around? So let's go that way. Man, this humongous. All these are premises where people live. So you can imagine the kind of population that is here. And actually, when checking the environment, you can actually tell the kind of people that live in this specific place. All right, let's keep walking. So the sun is actually on this side. That's why you can see it is. We have a shadow a little bit, but we're hoping to achieve more clearer images in the near future. But that is just a rule of photography. When the light is behind, mostly you're going to achieve shadows. So let's continue walking and experiencing this amazing place here in Udhiru. So these are places that maybe no YouTuber will show you in the near future, or maybe you have never really experienced or actually had a chance to explore. So this is where people live. When you see people in those cities, or maybe you see people working in Nairobi CBD, so this is one of the places that people live. So let me mention for you some of the most populous places. We have got Udhiru, we have got Kino, we have got Kawangware, we have got Kangemi, we have got Umoja 1, Umoja 2, Umoja 3, we have got Inako, we have got Donholm, we have got Rungai, we have got Pipeline. So just a few of them. So I've not really mentioned like all of them, but I can say this just like one of them where you find a lot of people living. So maybe if I've forgotten, you can come to the comment section and just say, Mtala, I've forgotten this place. I know I've forgotten. We can talk about Utawala too. There's a lot of population, Rwaka, a good number of people, living in those places. So come to my comment section and also comment, what have I forgotten? So, but for meanwhile, let's go. Man, let me show you that. You see, it's much clearer because the sun is this side. That's why when I turn like this, it is a bit shadowish. Man, so I'm close to this bus, Ministry of Repentance Holiness by Prophet War. He's a very popular prophet or man of God here in Kenya. So I know there is a good number of people who know him. So it's like this bus, they come pick you and take you to church. So they normally go to church on Saturdays. That's why I can see this bus. So I think maybe they're wrapping up now, taking people back home. So yeah, this is Nairobi, man, that you have never seen. But it's good. Let me just show you. So I'm planning to go also to other places. I'm planning to go to Umoja. I'm planning to go to Kawangware. But as normal, we don't plan. Because when you plan, things are not happening. So what I decided, I said, where that day is going to take me is what I'm going to show you during that day. So I'll continue just going to places randomly without planning, because the moment I plan, man, that for sure just come to realize that is not happening. Yeah. So this is Nairobi Udhiru, just to be specific. You can see here the advertising for a house here. It is a single stone house. So if you want, you can just come there and say, I just want this house, a single room. So you can find a place like this. These houses of single rooms, that is single rooms without toilet or bathroom inside. You are told to pay around 4,000 or 5,000. Sometimes it go up to 6,500 for those houses. That is quite expensive. So sometimes also you can get also, you have in Kenya we call them nyumba mabati. Basically these houses made out of iron sheets. So you realize that those ones are quite cheaper. They start from 2,000, sometimes 1,500 to 3,000, sometimes 4,000. Let me tell you in dollars. It is like $15 up to around $35. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, $35 US. $15 US dollars, that is, to $35 US dollars. So that's how the houses range. So here's a school. You can see also, you can just feel the environment. So this is a school. So if you've got a student or maybe a pupil that needs to go to school, now that's where they go. So you just need to understand this environment. So look at that, man. All those, man, just houses made out of iron sheets. So this is where, like, we can say, where people with, let's just be truthful, yeah? You can say people with a lower income, most of the time you find them living in places like this one, like Udhiru, but not all of them. That one I can assure you. You should know, not all people who live in these places are actually very poor. You can find someone maybe earning a salary of maybe, take for example, around $200. That is like 20,000 Kenyan shillings, $200. So you see, there is transport there. Sometimes there is, bills there. So the only place that person can be able to live, you can find them in these specific places. That's why it is very popular, and that's why you're seeing houses. Other people would call them, these slums, but actually we don't call them slums in these specific areas, because slums are quite different. According to the Kenyan concept of slums, they're quite different, as compared to, this one. So this is Nairobi, man, that you have never seen. Why is that child crying? So you can see the houses. So I'm trying to look for a place where I can actually use to, like, not, you can see this is an open field. I think this is where, you know, most of the children do play after, you know. You see that kid crying. I don't want to show you the face of the kid. It's not good, actually. So that's why I'm focused. So these are the roads, man. I'm showing you around, man. This is how people live, man. Wow. So now you get that context. When a person earns that salary, probably he will tend to, you know, at least cut on some expenses and look for a place which is much cheaper. So that is the reason why you find these settlements. So hakuna njia huko. There's no path there, that's why I was asking. Hakuna njia huko. There's no route here, a route here, or a path here, or a road here. So yeah, so that's why I was asking. So, but actually there was no path there to go through. So I decided to use another path. So I'm going to use another way so that I can be able to show you around. So yeah, so they're just children, so I don't want to capture them in the camera because it's not good. So yeah, so that is the reason. So let me expound better, maybe break it down to a language that you're going to understand, or maybe be at par with or in tandem with what I'm talking about. So you get, for example, someone earning $200. So I've told you, living in that single stone house costing around $50. You get that. Take, for example, working a place like Westlands, another 5,000. That is fair. And after that, you take like 5,000 for food. Now that is just eating basic food, like you're talking about ugali and sukuma wiki most of the time. That is the commonest meal like you can find here in Kenya for most people. So basically you're saying this person is not remaining with anything totally. After all that, nothing actually. So you can imagine. So that's why you find someone trying as much as possible to scale down on his or her expenses. That's why you find them living in these places, you know. Yeah, so this is Nairobi, as you know. But you find other people earning very well, man. People are earning well, up to millions, like $10,000 a month. Yeah, so you can imagine. So a person like that who earns around, you know, $1 million, you cannot compare him or her with a person earning peanuts. You get it? So that's the reason. So you find that basically these people, maybe even they're unable to afford some of the basic needs. So sometimes when you go to the road, you find people walking. I know I've showed you sometimes, maybe in my videos, check my previous videos, you realize that the videos that I've shot in the evening, you find sometimes, you know, people walking. It's not like they want, let me go this way, they want to walk. It's just the fact that maybe they're unable to afford that fare, so that they can be able to board a matatu or a minibus or a vehicle to take them to a given point to another one. So that's the reason why you see a lot of people during the evening walking and walking, man. So that's life, man. So let me continue showing you around. All right. So this is still Udhiru. We're still walking just inside now. Now this is not like by the roadside where you only see vehicles and all that. This is now where people live. This is a weekend now. People are out of work now. They're just, you know, with their families. They're doing a few chores here and there as they prepare for next week. Yeah, so this is how people live, man. I'd like to find a place where I could go. I wanted to use this path, but I don't know, does it lead to someone's compound or something like that? I think so. So let me just continue using this main road, so that at least we continue with the vlog smoothly. So that's one of the reasons. So there is something I told you, like there is a previous vlog that I told you. You can find in these places, most of the time the crime cases or cases of crime are high as compared to places like Parklands, Lavington. So from that perspective, or from that view or angle, you get why is it like many people here, or why is this place mostly has reported a lot of crime cases. Because there is inflation right now. Take for example, things, the prices of basic commodities are going up, and maybe you can get someone's income maybe has been stagnant for close to around 10 years. So imagine 10 years your salary is not increasing, and things, like rent is going up, like you're talking about, food prices is up, transport that is fair in Kenya, equally transport is going up. So what do? So you find people turning to crime at least to be able to satisfy their needs. It's not a good thing, but actually you can get from that context and just know why things like those happen in areas like this one. Look at that, man. Just feel the environment. Sometimes it feels cold, actually. Cold in terms like tense for a new person. Maybe if you've never been in this area, sometimes someone is going to automatically feel unsafe simply because of the environment. Sometimes it is not that welcoming to a new person or someone who is not used to areas like this. So you get that context now. So I think one of the things, like maybe in the comment sections, am I saying the truth, or maybe what is your perspective on perception on why these crime cases sometimes in areas like this are going up? Maybe I'm just trying to, or maybe I am just assuming that it is so. Maybe from your own perspective it's something different. So I just want to know. Give me that comment in the comment section so that I can be able to discuss this topic as I show you around places that you have never been shown. So we're still in Nairobi, the capital of Africa, actually. So it's not like we're in other places. So I've shown you good places, but I actually don't like showing you one side of the story. I prefer sharing with people different sides of the story so that you can be your own judge. So there is this building that I actually wanted to show you. You can see all this, man. These are people living here, man. Hey, it's a lot of houses. Look at this, man. All this going up. It's orange house. So there's a whole population living there. So you can imagine how populous this place is. Right now it is January. January is like the hottest month in Kenya. So you find most of the people, maybe they are not outside right now because it's very hot, actually. Very, very hot. That one I can assure you. So you can find a good population or a big number of people right now just indoors or maybe at work, because it is much easier to be indoors. Take in mind, this is a weekend now. It's time for most people to rest, most people to chillax just as they wait for a new week. Now you get that in that context now. So yeah, this is life, man, in Nairobi. So tell me, in your country, do you have something close to this one, or do you have areas that are like this? So let me know in the comment section. So let's continue walking. Our journey continues. I'm just trying to look for a path where I can use to access a road, because I'm not very conversant to this place actually, but I know it. I've been almost in every part of this city of Nairobi, so I know it, but I'm still looking for a path. Sasa kuna njia kupita hivyo kwenda kwa barabara na hii inaenda wapi? Okay, sasa asante. So I was asking them if there is if there is a path or a road that can lead you to the main road. So they were telling me it's not there, so let's continue walking, man. Actually, I found highly probable routes that can help me at least be able to go to the main path. So I'm using this road to at least see if we can get to the main road. So yeah, that's how it is, man. So life is good, life is tough, but not everywhere in Nairobi where you find like life is like the same. That one I can assure you. Find places like life can be quite different. It depends just with the place that you are living, or maybe just the situation of that given time. So yeah, let's keep walking. You can see these chihuahuas. What are they? So back then these dogs used to be like for at least classier people. Yeah, I was talking about, are they called chihuahuas? I want to be sure. But here nowadays they're like our normal African dogs, like how it used to be back then. Because these dogs actually, they're not very normal a few years ago. Let me talk about like, can I say like 15 years or 10 years ago in Kenya, those dogs were very rare. Like even seeing that dog, just wondering what is this doing here. But I think like how the days changed by, you actually realize that the number or people many people tried embracing them and getting used to. So first, I wish you could understand what he was talking about. So he's actually saying if I have like something, basically the problem is that when you give them, they just go buy drugs and all that. So sometimes you feel like you want to give them. Sometimes when you realize what is going to be used for, you just feel like, man, I don't want to be part of this. So these are some of the reasons, man. So still walking. If you ask me the exact name of the place that I am, I know just the region of Sodero. But if you ask me, what is this place, man, I can't not tell you. Even I don't know where I am right now. So I'm just walking and showing you. So this is Nairobi, man. You see people planting maize there. Hey, man, there is still land in Nairobi, man. Yeah, this is Nairobi. Maybe people have never showed you. This is Nairobi. You see? You can see flats made of, wood and iron sheets. So I don't know who approves this, man, because I think they're quite dangerous. They are dangerous, actually. These are flats. In Kenya, we call them ghorofa. I know even Tanzanians, we use Swahili. That's Swahili, ghorofa, meaning, flats or apartments. So I don't know who gives, who approves these constructions. Are they illegal? Hey, because I think they're not safe, actually. Iron sheets and wood, I think they're not stable enough, to be able to carry that weight. That's what I'm trying to say, to be able to carry that weight, you can imagine. Hey, it's crazy. And it's life, and I really, from my perspective and just experience living in Nairobi, I actually understand the situation. People are like in the dead end. This wall, it is a place between a hard rock and the stone or metal, or how can we put it? So people have got no advice. People just have to, they find themselves, they have just to live in that situation. So let's keep walking. So, man, we're still moving, we're still experiencing this beautiful city of Nairobi, the capital of Africa. So I just want to, to know from your perspective, how different is this? How is it normally from those poshy places, or maybe from those places that, the middle class and the upper class live, as compared to where people who have a lower income do live? I just want to know that from, the comment section. So tell me, do you have something like this, or am I just assuming like it is only in Kenya? So I just want to know, man. Make it, brief and clear in the comment section, and you're liking, subscribing, as I keep, showing you Nairobi, the capital of Africa. So this is those places that you'll never see anyone. If you've ever seen someone like in a place like this, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. So let's go. This still land, man, in Nairobi. This land. I actually thought, some time back that there is no land actually in Nairobi, but you can see here, there's no construction yet. But things that I hate most, is like this, people throwing, these are diapers. These are diapers, man. Hey. Look at this, man. So things like this that, most of the time cause, spread of diseases. I don't like that. I don't like that, for real. So I can see the road there. Can you see? I've seen cars passing or vehicles passing, meaning we are close to the road. We are close to Waiyaki Way. So Waiyaki Way is a major route, leading you to Nairobi CBD or out of Nairobi CBD. So from this place, let me go. When I see that exact place, I will let you know what is how long is it going to take you to be to Nairobi CBD. Look at this guy. This guy is like a good farmer. Let me go to that exact point and be able to show. This guy is like doing, irrigation. You can see those pipes there. He's planting like I think vegetables, if I'm not wrong. I think so. Man. So this is it, man. This is Nairobi, man. This is Nairobi like you have never seen. This is how life is. This is how, people live. This is the normal life, Those people working those poshy places, all of them in the evening, you will find them here, man. They come. This is where they call home, man. So this life, I think you can see Waiyaki Way. Yeah, man. I'm so fascinated, man. I'm so happy that I've actually arrived. So where does this lead you to? I think to other residences. This is like I don't know what it is, but it seems like all the garbage and waste products are deposited there. So this is the honey truck or honey sucker or exhauster. In Kenya we call them exhausters mostly. So this is Udhiru, man. This is Udhiru, man. So these are like the underpass where you use it to go to the main route, or maybe you are coming out of town, but maybe you want to go back or divert to maybe a destination that you have passed. Now you come to this underpass where you're seeing people there, then you go this way and interconnect it with the main road. So, man, you see, Angel, Guardian Angel, those are buses carrying or ferrying people from different counties or areas in the country. Like Guardian Angel, like that one, mostly find them in the western region and Nyanza regions. So they're ferrying people, carrying passengers from those areas to Nairobi, to and from, or from Nairobi to those areas. So that's it, man. So you can see those vehicles. Those are like around town to places which are closer or towns closer to Nairobi. So they actually don't go far, those mini buses. But when you see big buses, most of the time they go to, out of the county and so on and so on. So, man, look at that. Look at that, man. So this is still Nairobi. This is still Nairobi. You know, places like Udhiru is actually in Kiambu County, but we call it Nairobi because there is no actually much difference. That is in terms of distance, because from this place to Nairobi CBD is 20 to 30 minutes. You can imagine that. This minibus saying Tao, meaning are you going to town, or Tao town? So I told him no, I'm not going. So also this, so they're headed to town. And so this life, this Udhiru actually, this Udhiru stage for people who are new in these places. See, that is Wayakule, that is going back to, you know, to other areas out of Nairobi. And this one, that route now is heading to Nairobi. You can see actually. So there's a truck carrying dogs, a dog carrier. See all these vehicles diverted. So you can see even the quite good apartments like this ones. You can see that they're nice. Where's this guy going? Good. The road is not good. So someone has just arrived. That's why you can see the touts running to her so that they can take, you know, this just operates from maybe a main town to Nairobi CBD, not like this specific place. You can find this person maybe going to Tawala, going to Kawangware, going to, so they need to interconnect those regions with another bus or another vehicle. That's the reason. So you can see that person. You could hear him saying, you know, Kawangware. So it's actually those are, you know, vehicles headed there, literally. So, man, so this Udhiru stage, it is very common to many people, especially coming from Nakuru, Nyanza, you know, talk about Western region, talk about Eldoret. You'll see most people are very conversant with this stage here called Udhiru. So immediately after Udhiru, after leaving this stage actually, you'll be entering Nairobi. Just imagine, just like that. That's why I was telling you there is no much difference between, you know, Kiambu and Nairobi, because Kiambu is like the immediate neighbor where, like we say, is it part of Nairobi? Is Kiambu part of Nairobi or not part of Nairobi? So to most Nairobians, they will tell you this is the bedroom of Nairobi. So this is a stage or a bus station. Maybe stage is not very conversant with other people. A stage is actually a point where vehicles you know, stop to pick and carry people. You know, to pick, carry people or drop people. Those are lighting and those boarding. So that is the stage. Maybe if people are not conversant with that word, or a bus station in short. So this is it, man. This is what lucky, man. So guys, man, this life, as you can see, this life, man, this is a normal. This person hated. Person will remain there. It's good. So I'm headed this way. You can see there is a flyover there. Yeah, there is a flyover there. A flyover there, or a bridge. Some people don't know what is a flyover. They say it is a bridge. So immediately when you arrive there, now you've crossed officially to Nairobi. Now you can get it. Why I'm saying the immediate neighbor. Immediately you cross that bridge, now you are in Nairobi. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been Udhiru. This amazing place where you're watching. My name is Mtala the Voice. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting, and I shall continue bringing you amazing content. So for today, that has been it. I was just actually turning because this way you could not see me. So I turned like this so that you can be able to to see me as I sign out. So it has been amazing, guys. I really appreciate for your time. I really thank you for spending time and supporting Talent Voice. So I'll keep on, showing you Nairobi, places that nobody has ever, or if someone has never shown you Nairobi, a place, and want me to visit that tour, just come to the comment section and tell me, Mtala, I want you to go to this region so that you can talk about it. And I shall be there on time to show you. Amazing. Tell me, where are you watching from, man? Tell me, because I've seen there is, man. I have seen in the analytics, I've seen close to people from at least 20 countries watching, and I really appreciate all over the world, in Africa, in Asia, in America, in Europe. Amazing, and that keeps me, saying, man, let me do this. But for today, that vehicle was thinking, I was just asking if I'm going to town. But for today, have a great one.